My loves, a lot of us have a habit that we really need to stop. A habit that we have probably been developing for decades now, that we probably saw the people that we love when we were young model, something that has been handed down generation after generation after generation. And it is this resistance to receiving the kindness, the love, the compliments that people want to give us. Somewhere along the line, we got confused and thought that that was a sign of weakness, or that it would maybe have us appear arrogant, or that if we accepted kindness or compliments from someone, that it would somehow mean that we would be beholden to them in some way. And it's just clever brain sort of madness, and we gotta stop doing it. We need to stop because it's getting in the way of progress. It's getting in the way of us doing the work that we're really here to do and us reaching the goals that we most want to achieve. And I know it may seem like, how are these things connected? But I promise you, there is a very direct correlation. So today, we are going to see if we can just change this habit. And I know it sounds like, oh, really? You can just watch one video and then it's done. But yes, it is possible just to hear something once or to hear yourself in, my story or any of the other stories that I share, and really be able to have your brain flip on this one and to really get the value of receiving compliments, receiving kindness, receiving help in a way that is gracious, that allows you to reflect back that kindness and that love to the other person. I know y'all are big, generous people. Big, generous people. No, that's not exactly what I meant to say. Big-hearted, generous people. And I know that you care about others. I know that you don't want to be seen as arrogant. I know that you want to give credit to others who are helping you, who are on your team, who are part of whatever project it is that you're creating. I get it. And it doesn't mean that you deflecting compliments and kindness and whatnot, it doesn't mean that that is somehow empowering other people. It is the opposite. You disempower yourself when you do not receive the compliment. You disempower the person who complimented you because they're trying to give you something and you are batting it away and not receiving the gift. And it disempowers the people around you because they don't see you being powerful. They don't see you claiming your own value. And we need that. We need more examples of people who know their value. I was at a really cool conference just this past weekend, and there was an incredible guy named Bob Dawson who spoke to us. And he is somebody that built his own company. He built a company in the travel business and sold it. I think he was 36 years old, and it was for $57 million. And he went on to be successful in other companies and just do some really amazing things. And his advice to us, the one thing that he wanted us to really get, was to know your value, regardless of what other people think or don't think. Really own and claim your value. And not only is that true in business, but it is also true in terms of just how we navigate our lives and how we pursue what it is that we want to create and just how we enjoy our day-to-day life. When we don't value ourselves, we don't receive what others are trying to give us, we basically are screwing ourselves over, whether we realize it or not. We are undermining our own success. We're undermining our own progress because Clever Brain is so damn resistant to receiving those compliments. So in a couple minutes, I'm going to show you what that looks like and how to receive compliments, how to say thank you. It is a very, very, very simple thing that can be very difficult to actually do. And I find it really helpful to, when I'm trying to get something, especially something that's uncomfortable for me or that's not really something that I'm used to, it's super helpful to listen to somebody else model that and have them say the words and get a sense of, an example that then, can allow you to see yourself in that. So that's the goal. But I want to tell a quick story before we do that. This is one that I shared with the tribe when I sent out an email earlier. And it's one that Shonda Rhimes tells in her book, The Year of Yes. And she was talking about how she had been invited to this luncheon with 12 other women in the entertainment industry. They were all being honored, and the host was introducing each one of the 12 women. And as she was introducing them, she was citing their accomplishments, what they've contributed, maybe awards that they've won. And she said that without fail, every single one of these 12 women who are arguably at the very top of their industry and has achieved some of the highest levels of success in what it is that they do, all 12 of them had one of three reactions. Reaction one was to shake their head and sort of look away like, oh, like seriously, deflecting all of the kind things that were being said. Next one was to duck their head and have sort of an embarrassed look. Like, can't even meet the eyes of all these people who are seeing me receiving, or actually not receiving, these really lovely things. And some of them, including Shonda herself, would cover their face. And then the others were so embarrassed that they were kind of laughing like, oh God, wow, like, can't believe I'm here. Just, wow, this is crazy, guys. Because they didn't know how to receive. They knew how to do a bunch of other things, but they didn't know how to receive. And your clever brain actually might be thinking, Amy, you just told us how this was like related to progress, and here you're using this example of these 12 women who made a lot of progress and still didn't know how to receive. It's true that you can make some progress in your life without knowing how to receive, and maybe even substantial progress. But it's about the progress that you are not yet making, because there is still so much more that's available to you if you are willing to receive the love and support outside of you from other people, acknowledgments. It's actually a really generous thing to receive a compliment and receive it well. Because really, when someone is complimenting you, they are seeing themselves reflected in you. Most of the time, we're not conscious of that, but it's in our subconscious that when they admire the greatness in you, they're really connecting to the greatness in themselves. So it's this beautiful exchange that can happen in a simple compliment and a thank you. But when we don't know how to do that or how to tolerate it, because God, it can be so hard to tolerate kindness, to tolerate contribution, to tolerate somebody giving you something. Because so many of us have had really painful, traumatic experiences in the past where, feeling good, receiving support, receiving help from other people, even receiving the compliments meant that there was something bad coming, that there was going to be some cost to being vulnerable enough to receive what it was that people were trying to give. But now that we're getting older, now that we're adulting, now that we are choosing to be brave and choosing to practice progress, now I feel like we're ready to talk about receptivity and how important it is. So let's get to the compliments and how to receive thank yous. I promise you, I sucked at this for a lot of years until I started to really practice it. And so I pulled up a list of compliments. I have a Google spreadsheet, is entitled Kind Words. And as often as I can remember to do it, when somebody sends me a kind message, an email, a client, shares some big win, I put it into my spreadsheet of kind words so that I can receive it and reference it later and maybe even share it later in a way that makes sense. But it's something that is important for us to do because our brain is designed to focus on negativity. It's designed to focus on possible threats or dangers. It's designed to be oriented toward fear. So often we can just forget that we receive these things. We can forget the kind things that people say. It's like you can have 99 people say something really lovely to you, and just that one person that says something that's hurtful, then what do we focus on, right? That's a human thing. That's just what we do. So knowing that, we can collect these kind words, knowing that we can be open to receiving and remembering them by writing them down. So I'm going to share some of these, and then I'm going to practice saying thank you as I would. Okay. So this was Sharon. She had said, I love your idea, your creativity, and your imagination is amazing. And I truly wish you every success. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, hey, Taz. Hey, Bob. Hi there. This was, oh, excuse me. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna move my window so I can see this more ease. Okay. Love this. Um, This is from Alicia. I just love following your progress and seeing you put yourself and your business and ideas out into the world. From the outside, it looks as if the momentum is just taking a life of its own. You are such a freaking badass. Thank you, Alicia. Appreciate that. Uh, this was from La Credia. She said, thanks for stepping out in faith. You are truly an inspiration. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. Then we have... Sorry, I'm trying to pick ones that don't have an entire paragraph with them. This was from Williams Bear. It just, yeah, anyhow, Williams Bear. And she had said, you are truly gifted as an encourager. This is a well-chosen path for you, Amy. Thank you, my dear. So you see that it's like really, really simple, that it's not just saying, thank you, thank you, oh, well, thanks, I mean, but, or thank you, but any of that stuff. It's not about adding any of those things. It is really being with the person who sent you that compliment or said it to you, or certainly when you're face to face. I mean, I had an experience this past weekend where I saw someone who I hadn't seen since September, and he pulled me aside and he said, I just really want you to know that it's amazing the progress that I've seen you make since September. And it's just been so cool to watch this transformation happening. And it's just so evident. I don't know if you can feel it, but we can see it. And I just stayed there with him, listening, and, with a smile on my face and just nodding and thank you. Just take it in, people. When people are trying to say nice things to you, just take it in. Remember, your clever brain thinks that this is all about you. Your clever brain thinks that it's dangerous to receive kindness. Your clever brain doesn't trust love because it runs on fear. And love is death to clever brain. So when people are saying kind things to you, all you have to do is thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Oh, that's so good to hear. Thank you. Practice. Practice in the mirror. Practice saying thank you. There are so many different ways that you can say it with inflection and tone, and you can use your eyes like, thank you. Really like get your face into it. Thank you. Have some fun with it. But for the love of progress, please say thank you. When you receive it, you acknowledge your value, what you are able to do, and just being here and contributing the way that you are contributing and giving the way you want to give. And the person who is giving that to you, you are saying, yes, thank you. Yes, I see you. I hear you. I value you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for getting that. So good to be here with you. Maybe you just if it's appropriate, just put a little, hand on their shoulder. Thank you. That is all it takes. And in that moment, instead of just throwing down the gift that they have given you, you have exchanged something really lovely. You have had an exchange of love and mutual respect of that person. And what comes from that is really good things. What comes from that is just an amplification of the love and the kindness shown. And when we run on love, when we are coming from love, when we are being loved, that is when we have access to our creativity, to our humor, to our joy, to our sense of connectedness to other people. And where do you think we get our best ideas from? Where do you think that we find the courage to be brave? Where do you think we find intimacy and connection and vulnerability with other people? It is through love. It is not through deflecting the kindness or the love that is offered to you. It is receiving it. It is appreciating it. Say thank you and being grateful for it. And then see what happens. See what ideas come to mind. See what new ways you will find forward, or opportunities, or people that you will meet. You know, the universe will rise up and meet you. The universe will bring you people and opportunities and things you cannot explain. I've seen it time and time again, and I've experienced it so many times in my life as well. But it's a choice, and it's a practice, and it's one that I encourage you with every cell of my being to please, like, welcome, try this, and get excited for the next time that somebody gives you a compliment. Whether you know them well or not, whether it seems like a significant compliment or not, it does not matter. Who is saying it, what it's about, what's coming from, all there is for you to do is just to say thank you. Okay? Oh, hey, Nick. Good to see you, dear. All right, so go forth. Go forth and practice saying thank you. Get really good at it and feel good about getting good at it, because the world needs more people that are modeling this and giving and receiving love. Okay? Thank you, my dears. I will see you next time.